Oh, I've got grease on my nose. Let's see what happens with that. Got a front mount on. Wait, just had to climb over something. Got a front mount on here. And the rear one's going to go here, but I can't get underneath to weld it while the tank's on because the engine's in the way. And I can't take the engine out because the customer's not got time for me to be doing that shit. And the bill will go through the roof. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make up a subframe. I'm going to make a jig that mirrors these mounts, and hopefully I'm going to be able to use that. So I've got two rails. I've shaped two rails accordingly. I'm going to drill holes in them, bolt them on, put a cross brace here and there, and then use that to work out the position of the rear mount without the tank being on the frame. Adapt and overcome, eh? So I've used my trusty back marker. Look at the old coin on it if it'll focus. India. Sorry, did it say India? Yeah, 1935. King George. Anyway, we've marked the centre of this, and then I've marked across from where the existing holes are, so we'll get them drilled out and get that bolted on there, and then a couple of cross braces, like I say. So we made that jig that emulates the bottom of the tank, and we've kind of worked out where the rear bracket needs to be. So now we can see how it's all bolted up, like it's all sitting there how it should. We're going to now cut a little bit of flat to bridge that gap, get it tacked in and try it. What I've ended up doing is there's such little room between the fixings, these rear mounts and the rear rocker box, that you're not going to get a nut or a bolt or fuck all in unless you really squeeze it in there. So I've made some of these nylon inserts to go in there, so they're going to be the rear mounts, and that leaves maximum room between this fixing and the rocker box. I've put some studding in just to give our Alan a guide. Go on now. I know you'll end up using that fucker, so it's about the right length. They're going to get this, which I'll fit up now. So front mount's done as per last video. Rear mount's done via the all singing all dancing jig that I had to make up. What a fucking game. Let's crack on. Next up, we've got these top oil tank mounts. Oh, there's the tank on, by the way, all mounted. Woohoo! Little bit giving it. You can't really wobble it with one hand. I'll wobble the camera. These mounts have fell apart. These top rubber mounts, because the weight of the tank is on them, and they've torn through, and they've become destroyed as they do. The rear ones are kind of hanging on in there because they work laterally. You know, they're horizontal. So I think that we're going to get on the trusty old Harrison and spin up some new ones in stainless or aluminium. Well, I found another length of that shiny stainless that I made this insert out of last time. I'm going to copy that, and I think that will do it. I think I can save what's left of the rubbers by making a stainless top hat, and that's going to draw the tank up and hold it on a bit of rubber. Still give it a bit of give light so it doesn't split itself with the vibration of the engine. That's why the tank and the oil tank, gas tank and oil tank are rubber mounted after all. So let's get on. I'll give this a quick face up and we'll see what's what. Oh, a big nipple on there, isn't it? I don't know how that's ended up like that. the centre wheel. Drop the oil on. It's quite hard, this alley. Sorry, stainless. Sometimes it's gummy, you know, it clogs up, but this one's not the happiest in the world. Nice and gentle with the centrifugal. There we go. And now switch over to clearance size. With the bowl, there's smoke coming off that. And now we can start to machine the outside down. Switch off on the face. Now, I'm going to move you to show this, so bear with. It's no better than to move the camera while I'm filming, because where it sits is so dodgy. But what I do, love, I want to explain this, because I'm always talking about it. We set that so there's a contact, so it's moved the dial. The needle in the dial, yeah, and then when we set this to 0, bit of glare, but sorry about the glare, we'll call that 0. I'm only doing it quick to demonstrate. Then we can count off how many millimeters we want. So if we want 3, we go 1, 2, 3, well past 3, sorry, to 3, and so on and so forth. That's what I mean when I say I'm using the DTI gauge on my carriage stop. Back to this then. So what did we say we wanted? 10.5, so we've done 3 in the demo, didn't we? So we'll go the rest of them and start taking cuts. Right, we're coming up on the final cuts now, so bit of oil, let's run that in. This stainless certainly likes a deeper cut. I've been taking 2mm plus and it chips up a lot better. So we're looking for 12.6 on 12.95, so we want a 1/4 millimetre or thereabouts cut, which is somewhere around there. For a final finish, a little bit of oil, and down we go. A little bit of nothing, look, just a rub. Up to the stop, which is there, and then out. Break that edge, and we're good. Now we need to put that off. So we'll just change the tool to the parting off tool, and this is not at all a crucial dimension. Excuse me a sec, I'm just going to slow it down. It's not in your way, is it? So we can guesstimate this. Look at the existing one, and that is 3.5mm thick. So I'm going to use a Joe Pye trick, the razor blade, across the edge of the work, and we bring the tool back until it catches. Then we know we're flush, and then I can use my carriage stop to count off 3.5mm, and we can go from there. 1, 2, 3.5, and that gives me clearance. My tool's clear. I can always check that, take it out of gear, give it a spin, make sure nothing's catching. Lock off the bed like so, and go for a cut. Move that out of your way, although I will need it. So plenty of oil. Certainly generates a bit of heat. using the power feed. We're about ready to break through. Super. Quite warm. Now we just need to give that a bit of a chamfer. Put it in gear up there, that'll help. I'm really working close to the chuck here, so I'm going to knock that burr off if I can. There we go. And blow it off. So we're just cutting the chamfer now. Right, with that chip getting in the way, I like to see what I'm doing when I'm this close to the chuck. Touch on, push in. Touch on, push in. Touch on, push in. Compare it to the one we made earlier. That'll do. And that's those in place. Pulled the oil tank. There was actually a gap. There was too much of a gap here. When it dropped down, because the rubbers had just disintegrated, and the inserts were long gone amongst its adventure. So 2 stainless little inserts, spun up, bolted in, tightened down. Another one off. So we have this end cap. It covers over this. This has got the bolt holes, the fastenings for this brake lever behind it. Sorry, gear change lever. And you can move it. It's adjustable by selecting which holes you bolt in. To cover that over, there's this alley end cap that I think's had a bit of a roadside repair, we'll call it. And it is in a right old state, if I can get the camera to focus on it. So we're going to look at cleaning that up again using the lathe. Okay, so I've chosen to come over to the Atlas to do this. It's got a smaller chuck, it's a gentler machine, and it allows me more access to this edge. And I've wrapped the threads, if it'll focus, in paper tape, in masking tape. Got a few layers on there. So I can put this in and just snug it down. I don't need to go absolutely mad. And if I take my time, we should be able to just turn this edge back to goodness. Let's have a look. It's thrown a bit out of true because of the tape and the fact it wasn't made on this lathe, but we can just take some really gentle light cuts and hopefully we'll soon have it looking good. And I think that's going to have to fucking do. So, it's another one off the list. All in all, that turned out alright. I'm not polishing it because I don't want to polish it in the lathe. It's too close to the chuck. I don't want to put too much strain on those threads. My polishing machine's out of order. The operator's fault. That's me, I ain't doing it. So, but what I am doing is putting some Loctite on that, going ever so carefully. There you go. So, if you can hear me, mother? We need to modify the side stand next. I've looked again off and it looks to be alright, bastard. So I'm going to have a go with it in place. I'm going to use my up-to settling torch to warm this fend up. Now I'm obviously being fucking careful. I don't want to set fire to my mate's bike. That wouldn't be a very good start to the fucking week, would it, Al? So I'm hoping this little torch will do it, because I don't want to have to break out the big guns. Obviously it's going to ruin the chrome, but it'll get it parked safely everywhere it goes, which is far more important. So that's just coming up to heat. It actually looks brighter on camera. It's just a dull red in my eyes, but it looks orange. Look at that, it looks yellow. We'll make sure it's nice and soaked. and now give it a tweak best I can. It's hard to film and do it at the same time, but there we go. That is a good tweak. We'll let that cool down, and we'll drop it off the jack to try it. I'm not going to quench it. I'm not sure what it's made out of. It's probably mild steel, so quenching it or allowing it to air cool won't affect its hardness or durability in any way. Right. Lastly, on this Vee Log, badass. On this vlog, you will hopefully, well, maybe not hopefully, have seen my Atlas spindle nose protector, I think, spindle protector video, part 1 and part 2, which was a fail. Now, this morning I'm going to cut a couple of blanks, and I'm going to attempt to cut that inside thread just on practice pieces, and that'll be part of my part 3, where hopefully I'm successful. Fingers crossed. In fact, everything fucking crossed. I think I've understood what I did wrong. So, give it a quick face off. Just move my coffee up. And see what's what. These are only test pieces, so even this part isn't crucial. We just want it nice in the centre for the hole that I'm going to bore. So get that tool out of the way. Excuse me. Might move the camera a little, bear with. Bit of a wobble. Oi, lava wobble. Now in with the centre drill. With the pilot, and final drilling with a 25. It'll soon settle down once it reaches full cut. Now we just take a light cut with the boring bar to establish the size. This will be the finishing pass. That will leave it a little undersized, and we can do it on the other lathe. A nice, gentle, light cut. Again, I can't see what's going on down there, so I use my DTI on the carriage stop, and I know once the carriage touches it and takes it around a little bit, just starts to move the needle, then I'm about at the end of the cut. A little bit of fair warning, like. So we're back over to the Atlas. I've set this in the truck with some parallels behind, so I can see what's going on. I give myself a bit of there's a hot gap. I'm not explaining myself very well. There's a gap there. I can see when the tool comes through. No, not to crash into the truck. Just make a lovely job. You know, on this smaller stuff, this little Atlas is really superb. Okay, change the setup, a quick clean up and a slightly different camera angle. We'll let regular viewers know that we are now back where we started at part 2 of the Atlas spindle protector video. That's as far as I'm going in this Vee Log, so I'll just move you up a bit. Hey, how you doing? Where were you? Oh, damn right. Thanks for watching. Check out part 3, hopefully. See how it goes. If not, I might edit this and not include any of the fucking this shit. Well, I've got another one here somewhere. Hold on. So we've got 2 blanks, one set up and ready to rock and roll. I've just got to change the change gears so that it'll cut 8 TPI thread. fingers crossed away from there. Lots of love, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out in my links my good friends in the community that are ID and Arco Outlaw Edge. Don't forget Joey Collins, my brother from another at Mill Creek Fab, Danny at DG Retro, Glenn at NZ Mopar, who the fuck is Wayne Reynolds, and last but never least, Michael Knight. Check out the links. Go and have a look at what they do. If you like the videos, drop a comment saying that I sent you. You've got it, you know what I mean. Leave a comment saying it, you came from me. Give them a subscribe, let's spread the love. Big love, everyone. Speak to you later.